with MS, and today I'm sharing with you planting some new flowers in one of my empty garden beds. I am really excited to put these flowers in the garden. These are called Phlox Paniculata, I think I'm saying it right. I picked it up from a great friend, Michelle Robinson. She owns Pumpkin Vine Gardens in Akron, Georgia, and she is my former boss and dear friend. Today I am going to attempt to manage this planting, considering the fact that I use a wheelchair or a power chair and I have a broken left hand, but because I'm right-handed, I think I can pull this off. And I'm excited to get these in the ground and start growing. These just beautiful, just different shades with some variegation of color, and then complementing that with what's called Dusty Miller, which is a somewhat frosted-like type of plant. It doesn't flower, but it just offers a nice contrast. I'm going to put these plants in between my two sky pencil hollies, just to give you an idea of how tall they are. Phlox will grow anywhere from about 2 feet to 4 feet tall, so it'll reach to probably the bottom of the window, if not maybe a little higher. And then the Dusty Miller, I think, will get about a foot to 18 inches. And the great thing about both of these plants is that they are perennials here in 7B. So I tried to plan ahead and pull out some equipment that I thought might be helpful before I start getting on the ground. So I have over here a trowel to help pull back the pine straw and a bulb digger, which will help me get into the ground a little easier. I have a big terracotta-like plate to capture the dirt that I am digging up because I want to use my good Miracle-Gro soil right here. I have a stool here. We'll see if I can sit down or if I need to get on my knees. I also have a knee pad. Let's get started. I like to use a tool like this. I don't know what it's called, but it seems like it is a good thing for me because I generally use 2 hands. And then once I dig out a clump of dirt, I'm just going to tap it over here and empty it. But I really need to use both hands, so I will come back when the hole is dug. Okay, so I have my hole. We'll see if it is deep enough. Over here I have got my phlox. What I'm going to do is kind of squeeze the bottom of this container, kind of help to loosen it, and then hopefully it'll slide out pretty easy. Here for a second. Trying to do this stuff one-handed is quite the challenge while holding a video, holding a phone. So yeah, I'm gonna have to set the phone down. I'll come back once I get it out. Just sprinkle in a little bit of this Miracle-Gro garden soil that's infused with some fertilizer at the base of it, just to maybe help get the blooming off to an even better start, even though it is really pretty just the way it is. I spread it around. Now I have my plant here. I'm going to do what they call to tickle the roots. So at this stage, I'm just loosening the base of the plant where the roots have kind of grown along the bottom of the container. And this will hopefully help those roots to spread out once it gets into the ground, help it to get more established. I only do just a little bit. All right, I think that's good. So now, carefully picking up this beautiful specimen of a plant, going to put it in the ground, carefully kind of push it down. Now, I'm going to fill in with more of my really good dirt. As a matter of fact, you can see a little bit of the fertilizer right there. So, put it in. Ah, just look at that color. Oh, that is so pretty. I am so excited. And the really cool thing about this is that it is a perennial, and it sounds like it has new shoots that come off of it in terms of the base. So that means it's going to kind of spread a little bit which then lends itself to propagation and putting it in other places on the property. So I can imagine that this flower, this perennial, is going to show up in several places around my house. Now that it is fully in the ground with great dirt packed in around, I am going to pull this pine straw up around the base of it, almost create a nice skirt around the flower. And what this is going to do is to help keep the moisture closer, in the ground around. This plant is going to be in about 4 to 6 hours of sun. The sun rises above those trees right there. It, of course, goes across the sky to the point where we're hitting the house. And so I understand that with these flowers, it may be, they do need full sun, but here in the south, probably the morning sun to about midday is probably going to be ideal. And I think I'm expecting to have some great color out of these. You're watching this in fast forward, but I promise nothing about MS is easy or fast. I'm balancing on a stool and mostly working with one hand. I've got my tools, my plants, and a whole lot of God-given determination.